Well, completely lost for words here about what this team has become. They are a dumpster fire. They're a disgrace. You name it. This team is just lack of talent. Low baseball IQ, and it's really looking to be a very, very long season here. Especially, Yankees one game over 500. 500 team, very mediocre 500 team, and I know last video and all I was upset and all with the whole Boone and all, and maybe it's time for a change in the manager. But the fact that yes, we know Boone obviously is not perfect. People already calling for Buck and all that, but it's very unlikely. Um, but here, this whole blame, this falls on Brian Cashman. I think he's the one to blame. But the way him and his analytical nerds have built this roster, how they put this roster together, the way they built this team, and and the more I hear about this, it's the more I dig deeper into it, and it's very true. Then the Yankees' lack of athleticism here, other than Aaron Judge, and you know they just they don't have that player that Fernando Tatis player, that Javi Baez, and yes, it's very concerning here, because I feel like this team, yes, it does need to be, you need to bring it, make changes here, but I don't know how quickly, or I should say, I don't know if this team is actually a move or two away. I think it's more than that. I think the pitching. Listen, I think the pitching will be fine. Obviously, talking about pitching, we got bad news on Luis Severino. That's the last thing we needed. Though I wish, we would actually be getting some hitters here, as Luke Voigt will probably start rehab soon. But he, in 7 games or 6 games that he's back, he did not look good. It could be because of the injury. So, not much production from first base, not much production from this team. So yes, the hitting, the lineup is just atrocious. You're gonna tell me it's okay that Rougned Odor is batting third, in Philly yesterday. That's just unbelievable. Stanton, you lose his bat, he could DH only. You can't play the outfield. You put him in the outfield, you pretty much lose him. And even when he DHs, he still gets hurt. You still lose him. So I don't know. At this point, just run him out there. Hopefully, he'll get through his head that maybe he'll say, you know what, he'll go to Aaron Boone and be like, listen, this team needs me. Just put me in the lineup. I'll, go take the field, whatever it is. But something's got to give here, okay? All right. So, it's unbelievable the fact that Aaron Judge has actually played the most games for this team, this year. All right. And this whole situation with Stanton, it kind of reminds me of, remember when Hideki Matsui, in '09, he was, he was a DH. And you know what? I had no problem with that. He was a DH, but he played every game and he produced, okay? I know, you get Giancarlo in there, he's going to produce. But once he gets hurt, yeah, it's a big setback for him because, to get him going and all that, it takes a little bit of time. But again, he's DHing only and he still gets hurt. So Matsui was different. We knew that Gerard didn't want to put him out there because of his knees. He had to get his knees drained every week. So yeah, that's kind of comparing the situation and how unfortunate it is. Now and the baseball IQ is very low on this team, especially yesterday. We've seen this already. I don't know how many times, but way too much. Rougned Odor leads the inning with a double. I forgot who it was who would grind it to short. Rougned Odor tries to go to third. He gets thrown out. He gets thrown out, and that's just the type of season it's been. It's just been very hasn't been good. And yesterday, for the first time, I actually hear Aaron Boone be that upset about how this team is playing, especially that question he was asked about if this team is used to losing. He said, "Hell no, the hell out of here with that." I know that's not the reaction most fans want to see, but he's gotta bring it to these players' heads, get into their heads and be like, listen, we gotta start playing better here. These are careless mistakes, especially on the base path, and things that you get taught in Little League, what not to do. So it's totally unacceptable. The way Aaron Boone is with these players, they should be kissing his ass because he will not throw any player under the bus. And yesterday was like the first time he actually sounded frustrated, and and for those who are saying that Girardi outmanaged Boone, it's, as much as I like Girardi, I didn't want him to be let go. Definitely not accurate. Okay, it's more of a situation where the Yankees are pretty much they're the ones losing these games on their own. So please, I know it's a for Girardi it's probably feels that much better because it's a team that let him go. They go into Philly, they sweep the 2-game series. So yes, very unlikely Buck. He's brought in here. Some are saying maybe it's down to Carlos Beltran and Buck Showalter, but I think out of the two, I think you'd have to go with, not that you would have to go with, but I think who would get it is Carlos Beltran. I think unless Brian Cashman decides to change his mind and say, okay, look, we're gonna fire all of our analytical department, which I think he should, and but it's very unlikely here. So it would be very hypocritical for Cashman to fire Boone at this point because Boone has been right in lockstep with the organization, what they want him to do. So it'll be interesting to see here. But I mean, Brian Cashman right now has to be doing something. He has to be working out something here. Everything's opening back up. Stadiums are being filled, and the Yankees are not, like John Boy said, they're not just a bad team. They're unwatchable. Forget it. Fans are not going to show up to the stadium. That's for sure. Last year you lost a lot of money because of no fans in the stands and all that. Now this year you come and you just crap the whole bed like the way you are. It's just it won't be pretty. I'll tell you that. So guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification button. We'll talk real soon. By the way, the Yankees, they do go into Toronto, who they've been playing really well. Yankees are in 4th place. Toronto, all they do is hit bombs yesterday against the Red Sox. So it's not looking good. I don't like my chances. No need for me to think that we're gonna go in there or take 2 out of 3. Maybe a little bit of luck, we'll win 1 here. But it's that's the type of season that's been very disappointing up to this point. And then you have the stuff with the sticky stuff and all these pitchers. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's very interesting to see how this unfolds here. I'm upset. Yankee fan, high expectations like every year, but this year, so far, Brian Cashman has gotten this really wrong. Okay, he's not going anywhere. So stop with the whole bringing Theo Epstein. Very unlikely to happen. Okay, I think maybe Hal has to step in here and say, "Listen, Brian, your approach this whole day is not working. Please, you gotta do something different here." Now, if that doesn't change, then okay. Then I think you know what, you do have to change the general manager. So yeah, we'll be talking soon. Again. It's already more than 60 games into the season. Never thought the Yankees would be in 4th place here. We expected the Red Sox not to do much. The Blue Jays, we thought they're gonna be good, but definitely. Well, they are in 3rd place, but what I'm trying to say is, be like the Yankees looking up at these teams. We thought the Rays were gonna take a step back after trading Blake Snell, but no, they're right there, 1st place. Yankees 8.5 games out of first. Can they still make the playoffs and all that? Yeah, but definitely not the way. Not the type of team that we've seen and how the way they play, and they don't make those right decisions on the base path. Very low baseball IQ. All right, guys. So it's your boy the Czar. So we'll talk real soon. Sorry. All right. Remember, squad up. Evil Empire lives. Take care, everyone.